Hi everyone, my name is Soul Intelligence, and my topic for the project is knowledge graph. First of all, I'm describing about what is a knowledge graph and what is a motivation behind of the knowledge graph is uh, to developing this. So, is to provide a user with the user-friendly platform for generating the visual knowledge graphs. Okay, so let's suppose if you're searching something here, let's suppose I'm searching for the National College of Ireland, and the knowledge graph will be provide the full summary using this tool. So knowledge graph is power tool that you can represent a complex relationship between the various entities and making it easier for user to understand and analyze the information. So I'm using here open API key with the chat GPT model. So that is because the open AI chat GPT model is basically based on the natural language processing. So it's using that one and reducing the manual efforts for enhancing the productivity. So my project description is for this is the knowledge graph system is basically based on the web application. So first of all I'm showing the how the knowledge graph will be work. So for this I need to put here something. Let's suppose I want to search about the National College of Ireland. So now I need to put the open API key. So I selected my open API key and I pasted here. Then I click on the submit. So if you submit here, then you can see here, is showing about the National College of Ireland. So now you can see here I searched this and I submitted here. Now you can see here is showing the about the National College of Ireland. Now you can see here in the middle we have the National College of Ireland knowledge graph, and it's showing the it's a National College of Ireland. This is a website. This is when he's established, and this is the website. This is a student in the student population. Okay, and this is the Facebook, Instagram, and that is available in social media. You can see here these entities and programs, how the interactive presentation is showing that programs are business, computing, psychology, education, nursing, law, and more. And this is the president of the National College of Ireland, and the third level education institute is a type of they're showing, and location is Dublin Island. So it's very interactive and very easy to use it to understand what is the what about that particular topic and what is important in this. So this knowledge graph will be help for the students and any field that person is know about the topic that will be help them. In this I use some AI component. So I will show you. You can see here this is my Visual Studio. So here first of all I imported some library here. So that is here. Then I'm using the Flask for the task I'm using for web application, because I'm developing one web application. Okay, and here I'm defining the nodes, because the knowledge graph and using the open API is showing the multiple cheese, multiple so I'm using here the maximum nodes 100 and 200. So why? Because it's a very complex. Okay, and I'm using the open API, so it's showing the many keywords and the length there. So I'm limiting here. Then I'm using here the one function that is render, and I'm rendering with the template.html. So I have one more HTML file for the web page that will be I explain in more detail. Then we have the main PY here. I created. This is a prompt that is working. So open API key will be work here. API key you need to put answers text. You need to put. Then is showing it's writing a prompt in the open API. Prompting to open API. So generate a knowledge graph, and this is a search text that we are searching. So they will be generating the summary. It's not generating the full knowledge graph with this, because we need to create by ourselves. So I created by ourselves by using this statement. So I use the response dot choice, and then I creating the different strips. So I make it in the node and the edges. So now you can see here This is the node and edges, how they are working. Okay, so if it is blank, is showing the no generated graph. Then you can see here, next I done the def index. So here I put it the index.html also, and it's showing this prompt. Then if you go down, so you can see here we have the main thing that is converting the graph to convert a graph to tree. So let's suppose we have something data, and we are converting this like this. You can see here, this is showing the research. This is about the National College of Ireland, and showing the node and edges, because as per the post method is showing that National College of Ireland node 1 is National College of Ireland, node 2 Dublin, and higher education is this. So this is how I'm creating the graph with the splitting, and limit the graph complexity, because it's showing the multiple node and edges. So I limited for the 200 and the particular, and then I'm rendering back. So here I'm using the main AI component will be here, is that so main component so which AI component I'm using here? I'm using the main component here, networks.nx. So nx is a main component, and matplotlib. So this library is used to represent the visualize and generated graph structured of visually appearing the manner, and Flask also I'm using here. And mainly I'm using the open AI. So open AI is a natural language processing model based on NLP, and basis on the prompt they will be generate our model. So, and if I say about the limitation suggestion for the future enhancement, so limited graph complexity, the current system impose a maximum number of nodes and the edges in the graph to ensure the simplicity. While this adds a better visualization, it may restrict the representation to large and complex knowledge graph to enhance the system. So it could be provide the options to handle a more extensive graph, and possibly with the interactive features of zoom and pan. You can see here the zoom and pan will be here, so that you can edit. And the model performance, the accuracy and the quality of the knowledge graph is reliant on the performance of GPT 3.5 language model. As AI model is continuously improving, ChatGPT is improving and upgrading the newer versions of alternative language models. So that is also the limitation of this project. User interface enhancement. So the current user interface is straightforward, functional, and is very user friendly, because user have to search and they open API key, they have to enter and press the submit. Also, I'm putting here for choose a file. So if you have some text file, so you can also put a here, and or the PDF file, and they will be generate the graph as per that one. So some user interface enhancement is required. Additional features is also required. The clear instructions, real time feedbacks can be improved. Can be that will be important, but that is the limitation. So maximum I have done in this project, so user can interact easily use this. And authentication and data security. So authentication and data security is the main concern. So open API key is showing here right now in this page, but that will be encrypted. So that we need to do it in the future updation. And I will add the authentication level in the security. So this is a limitation and the suggestion for the future enhancement in this. So this is all about the knowledge graph and how I created this once. And this is the only the template.html is the as a file where I'm creating the buttons and this web page. All the information will be there, and also I'm using the some JavaScript here for search the that particular text I'm calling here, and open API I'm calling here. So that node and edges I'm dividing. So that is the all here. And